How's everybody doing? Well, back here on this little 48 Chevy. Little makeover job here. I think this is like the third weekend I've been working on this car. As I stated in previous videos, I pulled this car out of the junkyard. And it was a solid car, reason, we ended up trading for it. So let's just recap a few things here over the last couple of weeks. We got the car running. We got the car to move under its own power. We're working on getting the car stopping now. So last weekend went through and pulled all the hubs off, and actually somebody had been in here working on this car previous owner, whatever, and we didn't find anything bad in the rear or the front passenger side. This front driver's side, we had to put shoes on it. So yeah, when I took those shoes off, or when I took the drum off, this is what the shoe looked like. There is no shoe. So ordered a set of shoes, got those on, got the shoes on. So we put the master cylinder on last weekend, so it's done. It needed a couple of springs, the clutch return spring, a clutch pedal return spring, and the brake pedal return spring were, well, one was broken half and half was gone, and the other was just, not the right spring and not strong enough and wore out the boot. So had to pick up a couple of springs. So ended up just getting these universal jobs when we picked up the shoes. Got one of them on, got one to go. So last time we went ahead and shaved off those rear door panels because we are trying to make the car cool. Found a couple of little surprises that I wanted to deal with, and that's what we're going to work on today a little bit. There was quite a bit of rot in this panel right here. So, and then right there at the bottom of the pillar post. So we've got this new one cut and made. We're going to put that in, go and get it welded in good. Bottom of this door was eat out. See if I can get down and show you up underneath of it. So I've got it cut out. That was eat out, so went ahead and cut that off. And I'm gonna have to do all four doors like that because the water just got in the bottom of this thing and rotted, a lot of that away. And you find that a lot on these old cars. Station wagon, it's no different. So I've got the back door here on the driver's side cut out. Also, I didn't have to take all it. You can see that, half of it was good, the other half I cut away. So I've got a piece made for it. It's here. And this is the piece for the passenger door. So this morning, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get all these pieces here. So you get like 4 pieces right out the gate, made and ready to go. So we're going to weld those in. I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. Once that's done, probably tackle that door glass. Got to get it out. This car's, it's about done. We're not going to do a full-on, this is a little rat rod. I've decided to call this my gangster rod. It's a little rat rod car. We're going to put some paint on it, make it look cool, do what we can to make it look cool. But the ultimate goal here was to stay, in that $500 budget range with parts and stuff like that. And so far, we've done really good. I think I've got getting close to $300 in it. Had to buy a master cylinder, had to buy 2 shoes. Some springs. And that stuff's expensive, so that's eat up a lot of the freaking budget. But, it is what it is. That gives us a couple more $100 right there to play with. Got to buy just maybe a few more little things that just, you know, but as far as making it go down the road, you know, it's about ready. I actually hope after this afternoon we get this stuff here welded up. I'm gonna bleed the brakes out, and hopefully we can drive this car out and we'll slide the wagon out of here. And I want to put this car where the wagon's at, the wagon back on the lift, so we can get this car ready for paint. I'm not a painter. I have painted. I don't like it. We're gonna give it a shot. The body is incredibly solid on this car, so we just really just need to sand this car down and tape it up and shoot it. And I'm going to use some tractor paint that I got, and we're going to do a couple other things, you know, that I've got some stuff laying around from other builds, from older builds, parts and stuff like that. I want to do a few cosmetic changes to the car, and yeah, see how cool we can make it, you know, on that budget, because like I said before, it's not really a desirable car, so we need to make it look as good as we can so it looks as cool as it can. You don't see a lot of these cars. If you do, they're 2 doors, style sides, things like that. So yeah, let's jump on it. Enough of my gabbing and talking and rambling, and let's get to welding these panels in and get this job done. Here we go. Alright, so we're getting started on this, and you see that center bar right down through there? Originally, the piece that went here, it had tack welds here and here and here, and then, you know, of course on the end. So this new piece, what I've done is I've marked that line, and I'm going to go ahead and drill holes here, one in the center, one on the end, and I'm going to tack my panel into place on that line to the center piece, just like it would have been originally. And then I'm going to come out here and go ahead and put a couple of tacks. Now you can see this piece right here, that's broken off and gone, and what it was basically just a carpet divider. Oops. The one on the passenger side is still there, so I'll show you what it looked like. And this is what it looked like right here. Looks like it was 2 different pieces. This piece being one piece, and then this trim piece being the second. So this piece is gone, and I'm not going to go trying to hunt that down or track one down somewhere or buy it aftermarket. I'm going to put this panel in. What we may do is come back with some of the thinner metal in the back and just make matching skid plates. That's what I'm gonna call it. I don't know what it's called, but that's what I'm gonna call it. I may make matching skid plates and a couple of stainless screws, you know, to secure it down to this and butt it right up to that right there. Clean that up and then put our carpet in. So that's the plan right now. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in a little drill press, punch 3 holes in it. We're gonna weld that in. Well, that didn't take but a minute. We got those pieces drilled and welded in. So I'm pretty happy with this piece right here. This looks really good. You can see spot weld, spot weld, spot weld. Welded this pillar up right here at the bottom, cut a little piece of thread. Door bottoms, solid door bottoms, that's good. Yeah, like I said, that did not take long at all. Now this side here, got the door bottom on it. I have a little hole right here, and that's because I don't have window sills for this car, or door sills, whatever you want to call them, or, you know, rotted away or whatever. So I left a little hole in the bottom of each door there, so, you know, if I do get out driving this car somewhere and just so happen to run into rain, it has a place to run out of there so it don't rot it out again. But like the rest of this stuff, I'm gonna clean all this off and paint that, and paint all the door jambs to match, you know, the body color. That was real easy. Those pieces were just flat pieces of sheet metal. There's no real curvature, no real bends. As they say, nothing really to see here. So that was a quick project, and that is knocked out. So moving on to trying to get the door glass out now and see what we can do there. And maybe get several things knocked out on this car and get it ready for paint next week. So I'm gonna let the car down off the lift and go to work on those door glasses, and we'll see how that goes. Well, I know I said we was going to work on the windows, but I got sidetracked onto this dash. I figured it was more important because you can see this Decay, and it's got some holes in it. You can see right there. So plan now is to cut that Decay out and make a couple of small pieces, tack weld those in there and get that dash solid, and then probably just put some body filler over it, smooth it down, slick it down. I'm gonna paint the dash in the car the same color as the body, so I want it to look, you know, pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that Decay out, and I'll show you what it looks like after we cut that out, and then we'll cut a few pieces, make a template, and get that dash welded up. That'd be huge to get that done today, because that plus that little bit of welding work that we've already done on the car, that's a good day's worth of work right there. All right, we got that dash cut out, the bag cut out of it. Three pretty good sized spots. Now you may be saying, why are you doing all that? Supposed to be a rat rod. I've seen rat rods before. Well, it's like this. I know there's a lot of differences in different styles of rat rods. I'm just not into rusty, falling apart. If that's your thing, it's cool. I like my stuff to be solid, you know, metal be good, be safe to drive. So that's why we're kind of going through all this. So I'm going to make some templates for that, and we're going to cut out 3 sheet metal pieces, and then we'll tack weld those in. We'll grind off the top of that dash and put a little body filler. It'll look really good when it's done. I like my dashes and all my cars to look really good. If it's metal and I can paint it, that's what I want to do. I want to make it look, you know, really, really good. Take a little time with it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make the templates, and we'll get that patched up and get that filled in today too. That'd be awesome. So here we go. Okay, I got 2 of the spots welded in. Now, it's not the best in the world. I really underestimated this. That's a very hard spot to get into. I did get the lock disassembled and got the glove box door open, which made it a little bit easier, but yeah, this is one of them things, you know, it just is what it is. I mean, it's solid anyway. Now, I don't know what went here originally. There was a little diamond plate aluminum cover somebody had made and just kind of screwed in those 2 holes right there, those smaller holes. I don't know what went there. I tried to look at it online, but there's not any really good pictures of it. I'm heavily debating on welding that hole up and making that dash smooth. Heavily debating that. But I can tell you, hard as those 2 spots there was, I don't know about it. Got me second guessing. Those 2 spots there were hard to deal with. They were hard to get metal in behind, hard to weld, hard to cut out. It was just not that simple of a task. But it's in there now, so I'll run the grinder over it. And then, you know, like I said, there'll be some body filler a little bit and make it smooth and nice and neat. That's what body filler's for. But yeah, that was underestimated that. But that's okay. I've got it done now. got one more spot on the driver's side. That one's really going to be a headache because I don't have a glove box I can go under or go through. And the steering wheel's in the way. And I don't want to take the steering wheel off for that, so we'll just fight it and see what we can do. So I'm going to jump on that side. I got to make a piece to fit, and then we'll see how hard that's going to be. And I'll run the grinder over all that too once I get that piece over there welded in. So that's where we're at. Getting this welded in is where we're going. Let's do it. Alright, well, we got her welded up and ground down, and that piece over there, yeah buddy, that one was really a headache. And as you can see, it's just spot welded. It's in there solid. Some of these pieces like this one and that one over there, I have a piece coming up from the bottom too, welded in the gap. So yeah, I think it's good. I'm gonna call it good anyway, because I'm gonna put some body filler on it and make it smooth. So yeah, well, I did pull off of it for a few minutes. Started making that piece, and the buddy showed up, and while he was here, as you can see on the floor, we went ahead and bled the brakes on this thing. So she's got brakes, runs, and the clutch pulls. So tomorrow, probably gonna put some wheels on it and adjust those brakes out right, and then drive it out of here, get it off the lift. That way we can start sanding this thing down for paint. But yeah, I mean, the dash really is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, the whole car is what it is, right? I mean, building rat rods, obviously you want them to be safe, and you want them to be solid, or I want them to be solid anyway. So I think we got a good start on that here. I've got a little bit of floor pan work to do. I got to make a hatch for the master cylinder because it's in the floor in this car, and I need to put door bottoms in the driver and passenger front door, and I never did get to that glass today, so try to get to it tomorrow, you know, ASAP. I need to get that glass out. So, but that is going to wrap it up for this video. Y'all don't care to hit that like button, that keeps this thing going. Hit the subscribe button if you hadn't already. Check out our Facebook page, Long and Low Customs on Facebook. Post a lot of cool old cars on there, stuff I like, you know, rat rods, hot rods, restos. I post a lot of pictures, stuff like that. Upcoming events I put on there, upcoming events we're personally going to be at, I put on there. A lot of information and stuff, and I always upload videos there every Sunday. So definitely go check that out, and we will catch you guys next weekend. I hope everybody has a great rest of the weekend, and hopefully we get this thing out of here pretty soon, go for a drive. I'll catch y'all later.